Hi, and welcome to this episode of Getting High with A-Rye, growing cannabis around the world. Today, we are going to meet with Christian, the Clone Daddy, out of Arizona, and he's going to talk to us about his grow. Hi, welcome to the show.
Hi,
I'm so happy that you're here.
thanks for having me.
How are you today?
I'm good. Very busy, as many cultivators are.
Oh my goodness. We keep you guys very busy, all of us consumers.
Yeah, it's
Um,
great though.
yes. Do do you absolutely love it?
Oh, I love what I do. Coming to the facility every day with a smile on my face, just ready to work hard. Yeah, it's definitely nice just working with plants and working around your passion every day.
Yeah, that's amazing. Oh, so many people look to do what they love, and it seems like you found it and you're great at it. So,
Thank you, thank you.
I'm gonna jump right in. Will you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, sure. So I'm from El Paso, Texas. Moved out here and went to ASU. Got my degree in biological sciences. So I got a little bit of a educational background. I got into the industry like 2016, and I started as a bud tender, and I just worked my way to the back of the house.
That's incredible. Oh my God. How long did it take you to go from bud tender to the back of the house?
So I was bud tending for about 2 years, and it really just kind of opened my eyes to uh, the whole like medical industry and how it's just a diverse consumer market. You got veterans, you got older people, you got younger people. They're all just seeking relief, and eventually, after 2 years, they asked me to come to back, and I just been growing medical cannabis for 3 years, and yeah, I grow organic food and cannabis at home, and yeah, I'm surrounded by plants 24/7. It's great.
Oh my goodness. What got you started growing cannabis in the first place?
Um, I just got interested in plants. Very young. My grandma had a garden. Very very awesome. Just seeing new flowers and like food coming out of the ground. It's just amazing. And I took some classes in college. Took some like tissue culture and like different like plant anatomy, and that really just sparked my interest. And yeah,
Oh my
just taking it day by day and trying to learn every day.
goodness. Do you learn something new almost every day?
Oh, absolutely. I will never say that I know it all because like I'm just constantly trying to progress and just educate myself and just spread that knowledge to others.
That's amazing. What are the cannabis laws like in Arizona?
So we are medical and we recently went recreational. So as far as medical is concerned, you're allotted 2.5 ounces every 2 weeks. You can have about an ounce on you at one time, and for like your medical card, it's about $300 fee for 2 years, and recreationally, like you're basically 21 and over, and you're allowed an ounce
Wow,
at a time, and six plants, up to 12 plants per residence.
that's amazing. You got home grow. Do you just have
Yeah.
like, you know, dispensaries around that recreational people can just walk into and buy cannabis on
So
the streets?
that's interesting because like Arizona, for some reason, they only had medical only dispensaries approved for recreational licenses. So there's no recreational only dispensary. It's all funneled through the medical industry. So it's a little bit of a jamble right now. Um, but yeah, as more and more medical dispensaries get their recreational license, then I feel like our lines would go down. Like, it's very busy.
Ugh, that's that's crazy that like all your medical dispensaries control the market.
Yeah, yeah, it is interesting.
Are you guys seed to sell? Like the same people have to grow the weed that sell the weed? Because that's how Florida is.
Yeah, yeah. Basically, like we do, pheno hunt. We pop some seeds. We have clones as well.
Oh,
It, yeah, yeah. It's all definitely tracked from seed to sale, or soil to oil. you know, because we mainly grow for extracts here. It's a big market.
So that was my next question. Series of questions. Do you grow indoor or outdoor?
Okay, so at the medical cannabis facility, it's all indoor. It's going to be hydroponic and in rock wool. We run some pro mix for the moms. Outdoor, I'm growing food. That's all. You know, I grow outdoor.
Grow outdoor. So do you start usually with seeds or clones or both?
Both. You know, typically, you know, every once in a while, probably like once a year, we'll try to do like a pheno hunt with some seeds, and we'll pop some seeds and like select the best traits, and hopefully they make it into commercial production. Our commercial production side, we have a lot of clones. Like there's been strains in rotation for several years just because they have those desirable traits,
Yeah.
and they're just a lot of people want them, and they're not going to go anywhere. So you know,
Grow so well. You just have to
yeah, yeah.
you have to grow what the customers like want. I don't know.
Yeah, like
So
medicinally, it's beneficial to have a consistent, like, you know, cannabis plant available to you, so you know that it helps your certain traits.
yes. So walk me through like your typical day at the grow. Like,
All right, so as per like our strict cleanliness, you know, IPM protocols, always want to start in the cleanest room. So I start my day off in the clone room. You know, I check all the babies and I look for mold. We call it the mold patrol. So always on the constant like scout for any mold or pests, any decaying leaf matter, it has to go. So I throw it out of the way. So once I'm done with the clones, I'll be checking all the veg rooms. Those are the next cleanest rooms, right?
yeah.
Make sure the plant health is on point. Make sure the plants aren't they need to be fed. You know, I'll pick up cubes, and then after that, I'm going to be checking the flower rooms, and we have about 10 flower rooms, and it's pretty funny because like you have tons of environmentalists to watch. 10 rooms, so you got 10 different humidity, 10 different temperatures, CO2 levels. You got to make sure they're all in check.
What's your humidity levels like?
So like in clone stage, those clones they really thrive in like a really humid environment. But in that dome, it gets up to like 90 to 100%. That's kind of like pushing the limit to like where you're gonna get some like mold issues. So clones, you know, you want the whole point of it is for them to get used to an ambient humidity air, which is around like 60 to 70. That's in veg, and then flower we do about 50. You know, just your typical numbers.
Yeah, that's about what I hear, but I ask everyone because
Yeah,
oh my goodness. So do you guys grow for like quantity or quality? Like are you trying to grow like the most buds that you can, or are you trying because like I interviewed I forgot what they called themselves. It's like uh I forgot what they call themselves, but they like do the artistic side. They
yeah, the craft.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah. So we're more of a commercial
yeah.
production. So like we're in it for quantity, but at the same time, every time we transplant, we're selecting the best plants. We
Yeah.
want the premium cannabis as possible. Like, so we're always selecting for the best, but at the same time, we produce for extracts and we need material. So it's for quantity.
Yes. And quality.
Quality is always important. You know, we're all connoisseurs and we want the best cannabis. We want to provide the cleanest cannabis for people. So we
Plants are
strive for
yeah.
the best. Yeah.
You're doing a great job. What's your favorite strand that you've grown thus far?
That's a very difficult question. Like I'm very attached to like the plants. Many cultivators are attached to plants. So more so the plants that I pop from seed. Because you really just brought those genetics into the world.
You def-
And I would have to split it up. My favorite old genetic that was here before I even got here, hands down, is Dark Knight. I mean that Dark Knight, it's like greasy, gassy. Yeah, it's the most like disease resistant plant out there. Like she's the best. And then from our new genetics, I gotta say I love Frutarosa, Frutarosa from 2020 Mendocino. Beautiful terpene profile, like just like the most unique smell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you control like fungus and pests when you get that?
So like you always want to be preventative, 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 preventative.
Yeah.
Basically, we use Regalia, which is an awesome, awesome biological fungicide. So you foliar spray that up to day 21 in flower. That's going to give you a tremendous like immune boost. We also do preventative PM for like powdery mildew. We will spray sulfur. It's organic and it's basically going to just give us a protective layer against powdery mildew, which is just like one of the biggest diseases out there, right?
Gee.
And then as far as like for like pest preventative, we use mites from copper biological controls. So those are going to be like predatory spider mites that we just kind of hang on the stems, and they just like crawl up on the leaves and they just eat anything that comes in their direction. You know, they're really good.
That's amazing. I love it when people use like insects for pest control.
Yeah, I mean, how much more organic can you get? Like that's great.
Oh, okay. So like, do you have a preference on what you grow, like sativas, indicas, or hybrids? Like, what's your favorite that
Um,
grow?
that's a good question. I definitely like a good balance. I'm the type of consumer that like it's kind of depending on like the time of day, like what activity I'm doing. Um, but yeah, I mean like I love them all. Like I appreciate the plant that's a sativa that grows very tall and fast, and you know the indicas are really squatty and dense, and they just have like this like purple like just really like dark color that everybody loves. So personally, I like hybrids, which these are all hybrids. Like
Oh, that's what I hear. How do
yeah.
you water your plants? Do you like hand water it? Do you have an auto water system?
Yeah, so we do both. In veg, we hand water, and in flower, we have automated.
Okay, that's cool. Do you have a specific like automated system? Like, do you just like stick
It's
in it, or is it like overhead, or?
it's pretty custom built. We have like a PVC pipe manifold. We
Okay.
got like one of those sub pumps and that we throw in a big 100-gallon reservoir, and we have them hooked up to timers. Really simple system, and it works well. I mean, you can easily replace the manifolds once they're all like really like cruded up. And then hand watering and veg, it's a lot to manage, and we'd like to push for automation, but as of right now, it's kind of like just hand water it, get the job done.
Just get it done. What kind of lights do you use?
Lights I can go on about for days. Like in veg,
Really?
I mean, we have science lights. They're all LED lights. Fluence, ProGrow, and then for our flowering, we use high pressure sodium bulbs, which are just your classic big hoods and light bulbs.
Like, that's cool. Oh my goodness. Hold on. So like how many hours of light versus how many hours a night do you give your plants in each stage?
Yeah, your typical photo periods are going to be veg 18:6, and then flower 12:12. But we have been playing with these very powerful LEDs, and kind of taking back an hour of light really helps maintain a green leaf tissue, just because your plant is like eating so fast when it's under a strong light. So once it's reached its like full light capacity, you want to let it rest. And we've just, long story short, we've taken off an hour, so we do 17 hours of light on some of those LED lights, and we've seen some benefits from that.
Yeah. Everyone seems to be switching to LED lights. Do you like them a lot better?
Oh, absolutely. Like if you're gonna be having like a grow tent, go LEDs, because like just based off the energy efficiencies, you
Yeah.
might be running like 5 amps off an LED versus like 1,000-watt HPS is like you know a lot more power, and you have to like ventilate that heat from the high pressure sodium lights. So I mean, you're just it's a lot more equipment, and the LEDs are just like they're lighter weight and they're user friendly and they're easier. They're more expensive up front, but energy efficient wise,
It's
all
worth.
day.
Do you use anything to fertilize your plants?
Yeah. So like I'm a big fan of Jack's fertilizers. It's a salt-based fertilizer. We use that in combination with a bunch of supplements like silica. Silica is very important, really helps with your plant's immune system, that cell wall, um, drought, stress, you name it. I also like to use hygrozyme. Hygrozyme is like it's a plant enzyme that will just degrade any like organic matter around your root zone, and it gives you just really clean white roots. Um, what else do we use?
Love roots.
You're gonna have to use like any type of bloom booster, right? So that could be like Jack's Bloom Booster, MKP Peak, yeah. And then those are going to be all like your salts, right? As far as like organic amendments go, like those are just going to be like dry amendments that you're going to top dress every 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And that's what I do at home. You know, at work we're making those mixes. We're hand making those mixes in big tanks.
Yeah. How does it differ what you do at work versus how you grow at home?
Good question. So like at work, if you're doing like hydroponics, you're going to be monitoring your pH and the EC of your nutrients very closely. You got to get your probe. You got to make sure you're in the right range, 5.8 to 6.2 pH. You want to make sure you're not exceeding your ppm. You don't want to over fertilize your plants.
Yeah.
And then as far as organics go, I personally like to pH my water. I know some people just kind of like feed their plants, and it's okay. Like the microbes will help adjust your rhizosphere and all that. But personally, I like to like kind of like get the optimum results I can. So I pH in inorganic or in inorganic fertilization.
Yeah. What do you use for nutrients?
So like if I was gonna do organic nutrients, I do down to earth. Basically, like they're gonna be animal or like fish products.
Yeah.
So like kelp meal, fish meal, bone meal, etc. And then yeah. As far as like for salts go, I like the Jack's brand. Botanicare is really good. What else is there? Yeah, I like NPK Industries. NPK Industries is another really good brand.
Yeah. You've given us so many good like products to look into.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Do you yourself smoke or
Oh, absolutely.
cannabis?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
On a daily basis, I mean, like, I preferably like flower, but I do love concentrates. Yeah.
dude. Oh, I didn't actually pack it completely. I always forget to actually hit it. Dude,
Hey,
see,
there you go.
I get so distracted talking to people.
Yeah, it's all right.
That was all my questions. Thank you. You did a absolutely amazing job.
Yeah.
Hopefully we will talk again eventually. I will ask you about updates and what you
Yeah.
discovered. I hope you have a wonderful night.
You too. Thanks for having me.
Oh, thank you so much for being here.
Yeah.
My theme song. I was meant to play it at the beginning. Totally didn't.
It's all right. We're doing the ending.
So much. Have a great day.
You
Bye.
too. Bye.
Bye.